Let's get it.
Yo, we back at it once again. Thank you guys. Yo, we back at it again. Thank you guys for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. This is your man, Ronnie Ron.
This is your man, New, and this is your man, New Jordan. Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's
wait,
get it.
Wait. I came to introduce some stuff, though.
No, I did. This is Prince, St. James, Attapata, Hialeah, Prince Hakeem.
Awesome, man. Yeah, how you guys weekend, man? How was the weekend?
Weekend was good, you know. Watched the NFL and championship games, you know. Everything went well.
Hey, man.
And what about y'all?
It's been good, man. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Oh, well, I'm not too excited, man. Go ahead, Hakeem.
You're not too excited. Why?
My team lost, man. We're not going to the Super Bowl. You know I ain't gonna be excited about that.
You know how that is, though.
But if the young quarterback Trey Lance be okay next year, y'all will be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all definitely gonna be all right.
Yeah, we're gonna be all right. So I ain't worried about it, man. So we go. But anyway, I don't want to keep talking about it because I'm being my feeling.
So what's cracking, dude? We
go ahead, King.
No, I say we need to talk about something serious.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, this one right here, I had to bring it up to you guys because you know we always normally do our thing when we talk about celebrities, the black woman, you know, stuff about the community. But this one right here really is affecting the community when it comes to the aspect of financial literacy. So what we pretty much gonna talk about today is inflation.
Yes.
Inflation and how inflation is really impacting our community, which is the black community, and our surrounding, our housing, our careers, our bank account, everything. So I think this is a really great topic to talk about because a lot of people don't really know what to do when we're dealing with inflation. They don't know how to invest. They don't know what's the necessary stuff they have to do so they could come out successful during this time of in the inflation period.
Definitely. And hopefully we can share some light and some wisdom to a lot of y'all to help educate y'all. For a lot of people who are just out there maybe struggling or who's who probably can't get a grip on things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we got our California expert here because he can really tell us how inflation is hitting. We can say it, but his is on a 10-time magnitude. Am I wrong, Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
Man, oh boy, it's for me. It's very, very concerning. When I first moved here, I didn't worry about it, but you know, once you get older and you just look at, you know, just go to the grocery store and just look how prices just increases and everything. And, you know, plus the taxes here, it's just like, it's a bit concerning, you know. It's very concerning. Very.
But let's start off. Let's just break down the whole meaning of inflation so people kind of get some clear idea on what inflation is, the definition of it. So then we'll go more in depth about it.
I like how you did that. Let's do it. Somebody we're gonna take y'all back to school.
Yeah, because this is financial literacy, literally 101 right here.
Basically. Now hold on.
Okay.
Pull up that definition real quick. Inflation means the act of inflating something of the condition of being inflated. or in general increase in prices and fall in the purchasing of value of money. So for people, if you haven't been in the stores lately, a gallon of milk is damn near $5 now. A gallon of milk is damn near $5 now.
And he's not talking about organic either, but go ahead.
Yep. You talking about COVID?
Thank you. For a lot of y'all who like to eat healthy, and you know what I mean, we know y'all spending money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it just, to touch on this, a lot of us know this was coming. They predicted this. They said the gas prices was going to go up. You know what I mean? First and foremost, I think inflation was even accelerated due to COVID. You know what I mean? I think that had a part to do with it. And then just the way the economy had been mismanaged. You know what I mean? We was trying to get back onto a simple situation, but a lot of people didn't see what it was. You know what I mean? Then we can go back and we could talk about the whole Trump era, and a lot of people feel like Trump is the reason why we at. No, the country had already been on a decline where we owe so much money to China and other people that shit not looking right for us. You know what I mean? And I want people to understand that.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
Yeah. And also, it's
Now,
like, go ahead, Ronnie.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Go ahead,
Jordan.
Okay. No, I want to say is it's also, for me, at the time when I moved to California, I didn't really look at the inflation. I just thought about, okay, I got to save this much money. I kind of thought about, I'm in the highest, state, I'm in the highest taxes in the country, and all that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And I really didn't really think about it. I was like, okay, I was gonna make more money and everything. Now I'm in my third year, and it's really looking at the taxes. Prices of gas here is off the chart, especially city of LA. The prices here, it's like almost $5 a gallon here. Mm-hmm. And a few months ago, it was $5.50, $5.60 a gallon here at one time. And it's just like, it's crazy. And you go to the grocery store, you see, like I said, milk is going up. Some chicken, I think chicken is going up too. And it's just like, you really got to look at like how much you're spending and how you're spending your money as well. Mm-hmm. And it's really learn how to use your money. If you need to, go on the app, download like how I'm gonna spend for this week or this month, or write it down on how much you're gonna spend a day, how much you're gonna spend a week, because it's very, very important. Because you should know. People should know the value of the dollar that you have and how you spend it as well. Go ahead, Ronnie.
And we need to talk about the causes. What is causing the inflation? Like I can't say earlier, one of the reasons what's causing inflation is the fact that during the pandemic, during the Trump era, he lent out trillions of dollars to the government and also to the people without them working for it. When someone don't work for something, it cause the economy to inflate. That's one of the reasons. And not only that, by us being in the pandemic, by everything being shut down, and that was one of the reasons I think that should have never happened, because since the pandemic was something new, nobody really dealt with that before, mm-hmm. and we was dealing with a crisis. So when they shut everything down, a lot of production has stopped. A lot of stuff, the certain thing they start producing, they no longer produce anymore. Businesses has failed. Small businesses has been erased. I think even in our community, even in the Black community here in Miami, there's not that many black community that have businesses left.
No.
A lot of them are they all like during the pandemic they all disappeared. And go ahead, Hakeem.
No, go ahead. Finish your point. You touching on something.
So stuff like and now that we have the government printing trillions of dollars of free money and giving it out and nothing coming back into the economy, it's gonna allow us to continue in this inflation, which might lead us into recession. Because right now inflation percent is 7%, which is an all-time high past 40 years. That is not good. That is not good. And when they continue to go that high, they really predicting by the end of the year we might be at 10%. So, which means, like Jordan said, the cost of milk, the cost of eggs, you normally will buy your egg at, let's say, a dozen will normally cost you like $2.99. Now it's costing you $5.99. Organic milk used to cost $4.99. Now it's costing you $7.99.
Facts.
Big impact. And the reason why the only reason why we're talking about this today because it's affecting our community because you guys know as black people, we tend to not be savers. We tend to spend a lot.
100%.
We're the biggest consumer in the country, period.
And also take this.
Facts.
We're horrible at investing.
Yeah.
Facts.
A lot of us I call us the walking dead. A lot of us walk around here with no life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Preach.
Or health insurance.
Or health insurance.
Or 401k.
401k, yeah. A lot of us are dependent on our kids to take care of us.
Facts.
You know what I mean? That's what you call fucking for a purpose.
Yeah, because we're not taught these things. Like in other communities, they'll talk about inflation. They'll talk about like every dollar you're supposed to use up every dollar. Whatever the dollar is, you're supposed to use it up to its full extent. So whatever is a dollar, you're supposed to use it for the full amount. Black people, we are taught we get a dollar, we spend it. You know what I'm saying? We don't do the 10 method rule when it comes to the dollar. We just automatically spend it. So soon we get money in our hand, we go and spend it. Which is kind of good because we kind of do boost up the economy because we're not holding on to money, we're not holding it up, we actually spending it, but we're spending it the wrong way. Yeah, that's the problem.
I say this.
I came and Jordan. Let me tell you something. In Miami right now, they raising rent to be up to 30 to 40%.
Woo, Lord Jesus.
That's crazy because
that's rent.
And the thing is, in LA, we're doing the totally opposite. They're not going to raise. I saw an article probably 2 weeks ago that they're not really going to raise rent until 2023, based on the pandemic. Because here it's like I could say here as in the city of LA, we're still going through the pandemic and everything, and people were still kind of. Still having trouble paying their rent and everything. So what they're doing is, they're gonna wait till 2023, and then they're gonna let the rent restrictions go and everything, and then they're gonna start raising rent up and all that. But yeah, I heard about that. I heard the mayor talking about where go y'all mayor section. That was funny. I saw a clip about the mayor. That was funny.
Yeah, but that's what inflation does because inflation is bringing up the property tax higher. It's bringing on insurance high, and the area I stay in, which is a good community, the area I stay in, they're raising the rent up to be even housing up to 30 to 40%. So it's becoming like LA. LA is expensive. Like I think one bedroom in LA was like Jordan's like what, $3,000?
No, well, not. It used to be my first year, but since the pandemic, it's down. Like when I first moved to my apartment, even though. Before the pandemic, it was probably 22, 23 for a 1-bedroom. But once when the pandemic hit and people started lowering their rent, we only pay like 18. So, but it will get back there in a couple of years, though. No doubt about it.
But with this inflation, it's also causing people to move. So normally people that normally used to live in Miami, now they moving up north and they moving to Georgia, they moving to outskirts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really bad when you don't understand the whole point of financial literacy and the whole method of inflation. And the reason why we're talking about it because it's really hurting our people.
Mm-hmm.
Because me and Hakeem talk about all the time. A lot of our people gonna be on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, homeless.
Homeless.
And listen, the person who's gonna get more affected more than anything is women. Men already been homeless.
Mm-hmm.
We already been homeless already. You know what I mean? So there's no you know what I mean? You see a lot of men out on the streets already, so it ain't really nothing. But the thing that we're starting to notice that is coming to be a disparity, you feel me?
Yeah.
Is a lot more homeless women. Because here's the thing, more women occupy more on what you call that service jobs, retail jobs. A lot of those jobs are going away.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the thing about, and that's another reason I moved to Miami, and there's a difference here, Miami and LA, and it makes perfect sense. Like the minimum wage here in California is 15, right?
Right.
What's the minimum wage in Florida? I don't
11.
remember. 11?
11.
So
12.
So your thing is, it's like if you go to, you know, in a central Florida or up in Florida, you know, you'll be okay. Miami, you know, is very, very, very different because you in the city, and you know they really don't pay you like that. You know, they'll pay by and the thing is that they'll go by the minimum wage, which is 11. And you really, and then with the prices going up, you cannot survive. In Miami like that. You know, that's like below minimum wage. You know, and that's one thing about crazy about Miami. It's like that they really take advantage of the minimum wage. But to me, it's like, you know, you need to pay the people to live a decent life, because that minimum wage from Florida to Miami, which is different from California, which is 15 in LA. You know, you could get a job, and a part-time job, you'd be okay. But that minimum wage in Miami, in Florida, and being a part city in Miami, man, that is crazy, man. People gonna be homeless for real.
And then people are like, oh, I'm good because I have money in my bank account, right? But the thing is, because the rate of inflation is at 7%, so the money in your bank, let's say you have $1,000 in your savings account, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because of the rate of inflation is at 7%, now your $1,000 worth $940.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So you're losing money every day. So having your money in the bank account won't even do you no good.
Right.
You have to take that money and you have to utilize. You got to invest that money. You got to invest in stocks or even cryptocurrency. Now, don't get me wrong, cryptocurrency and stocks, are down right now. So a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to invest because all of it is down right now. But this right now is a great opportunity to buy a lot of crypto and a lot of stocks.
Yeah.
Because everything is going to go up again.
Yeah, land and stuff like that. But here's the thing. Let's touch on something too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
A lot of people, let's be real with it. A lot of us, and I'm going to say a lot of us, I'm talking about the viewers who are watching, y'all wasn't ready for inflation. Most of y'all was buying big cars, big jewelry, popping bottles. You was at the club. You wasn't thinking about hedging against inflation. Your money wasn't stacked up in gold and nothing like that. You niggas was out here clowning. A lot of you women invest more in your weave and your looks than your kids' future. And this is the reason why inflation is killing your savings and it's killing the middle class. So I'm saying that a lot of us wasn't even ready for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how you gonna be ready? Like if you don't have a financial literacy mindset, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The Black community has the very few of them, but here's the issue I have with the very few in the community who has the large set. They want to sell you a book on tape, book on course, rank it up to about $500-600 to teach your people how to save themselves. You feel me?
But I don't mind them doing that though, because at the same time, we the same people that go buy a Gucci bag tomorrow.
That is true.
So why not set a course? You get what I'm saying? Why not set a course for $50-60 when we the same people that will go wait in line to buy a pair of Jordan that costs $300 that worth nothing?
You're right, but the thing about it is, Our people don't know what they're doing. And the thing about it is, right now, inflation is causing some real issues here. The thing about it is, we got to be in a position where we can prepare for any calamity. You know what I'm trying to say? Don't, if you can't afford to get a brand new car, don't go buy a brand new car. Don't lease. Don't get a car payment. If you know you can't live in the Upper West Side of New York, man, pay where you stay at. Unless get you some money up. Stack your bread up. Do what you got to do. And you know what I'm saying? And start, you know what I mean? It's just a bunch of different things, man. When we sit here and we can go here all night and I go like, man, a lot of these dudes are just like, we wasn't ready for this. A lot of us wasn't. I'll tell you who was ready for this. The rich people were.
Of course.
The rich people and some immigrants were. Some immigrants. And I'm going to tell you how. You ready for this?
Yep.
Go ahead.
And I want y'all to take this after me. Most immigrants who I know didn't have car notes. They didn't have no, they didn't refinance their houses. They didn't have no reverse mortgages. A lot of them paid off their houses. A lot of them didn't have no expensive taste. So when in inflation now, a lot of people are still living regular the way they was. And I'm talking about average people who was correctly with their money. You feel me? So they really, they might feel it a little at the supermarket, but as far as their day-to-day living, it's not really affecting them. It's okay, it's just a couple dollars more. Oh, I got enough money saved in a bank. You know what I mean? This is why when people look at these foreigners, you got to notice the way they go about handling their business and why the reason they don't buy expensive cars, they don't get expensive houses, they don't wear Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know what I mean? As a people, we need to start to get back to this type of mindset of budgeting, living within our means. Actually, living within your means is going to be the best way you're going to fight inflation. And investing. If you can't invest, you're going to work till you die.
Right.
People, I'm going to let my homies check. I'm just going to tell you this. If you can't find a way to make money while you're sleeping, you'll work until you die. You will not survive the next. Listen, if there was a boat that was supposed to save us and another flood was supposed to come like Moses, half y'all niggas won't even have $700 to get on the boat.
They won't even have $100.
$100. Listen, when the income tax, when those stimulus checks came, some of them niggas was buying porn, sex toys, hella weed. Niggas was making it rain. Niggas was making it rain in a strip club because our show was there with my mask on.
Yeah, I saw. We remember we got our first stimulus check. I saw a clip of a. it was messed up. I was like, man, why? I saw a guy. I don't know what city he was. He was in the ghetto, and he was calling this guy. He decided to get his stimulus check, and he said, "What are you gonna do with your stimulus check?" He was saying, "Man, they stupid, man. I'm about to buy some Cartiers. What about to look good in the hood? What's up?" I'm like, really, yo, really,
listen.
Really?
Another TikToker who got money he said this was the first time in his life he's seen Saks Fifth Avenues packed up.
Yeah.
He said niggas was in there wall to wall at Saks spending that stimmy money. And I'm saying none of them niggas put that up.
Nope.
Lord Jesus.
How can that tells you that we're living in the now? We're not living in the future. We're living in what we need right now. We're not living in, okay, what we going to save for 5 years, 10 years,
you right.
50s and 60s and everything. It's all about the now. I want to look good now.
It's sad because I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I see that same issues in my own nieces and nephews. They want to be dripped out. They want to be dripped. Jordans. You know what I mean? Looking hella fly. And I'm telling that nigga, I said, boy, I'm trying to buy a piece of land so I could drop a double wide trailer on it.
Yeah.
And that's just my insurance policy. That's not where I'm going to live. That's if I get a divorce and my wife take me from everything. I got the double wide trailer and the land so I can go grow me some food in the wilderness. You know what I mean? So people, we got to get our shit together, man. There can't be no more excuses. You know what I mean? I could say some things, but I don't want to offend people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The Jewish community is not hurting in inflation. Ooh.
No. They're taught. I would listen to a lecture today from a rabbi. They're taught from young how to capitalize on investment.
100%. Listen, shout outs to the Wall Street Trapper. He said something the other day that I was looking at about. He said, whenever a baby's being born, they need to have a custodial account. Now, mind you, I want to piggyback on what you just said. Most Jewish kids, when they come of age, I don't know if it's their bar mitzvah or if they're the Yokashana. Excuse me, don't get a
no. They bar mitzvah. Yeah, no.
They bar mitzvah.
Yeah, that want to become.
Everybody there bring an envelope with money, and there's a bag. There's a big Jewish guy with a hole in the bag with all the envelopes putting in there, and that's to put for the Jewish kid future. Black people need to start that. If you're gonna come to my daughter's birthday party, bring an envelope of cash so we can put that in the custodial account. You know what I'm trying to say? Stop forcing your kids to trying to go to college knowing they dumb as fuck, knowing they want to stay fly. Get that man a lawnmower and a weed eater so he can go out there and cut some yards.
But the thing is, we don't know how much. That's one of the issues in our community. We don't really understand how money works. We just get money in our hand. We say, okay, we get money, we get it, quit to spend. Because Black people, we tend to not have all. We tend to we have enough, but in our mind feel like we don't have enough. You get what I'm saying? So, cause we have enough, but in our mind we don't feel like we have enough. So we be having all the clothes, but then we go buy more clothes. Doesn't make any sense. We got all the shoes, we go buy more shoes. Doesn't make any sense. Now, don't get it twisted now. If you got a pair of Nikes, try to go get a Nike, go get a shirt of Nikes. You get what I'm saying? You got a pair of Nikes, go get a shirt of Nikes. Own part of the company. You get that's the stuff we're not being taught. But other communities and other races are being taught those things. So when they say when they're of age, they are age, bro, they got like 100 mil in the bank account.
No, 100%. Well, let me tell you something. Ain't no black boy or black girl in America is going to outpace no Indian, no Chinese, no Jewish boy. We're not ready for no fight, especially not in no inflation. I want soldiers. I want to create soldiers. Let's stop worrying about what other people doing and start taking care of the crib. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna get in no financial battle with no Indian boy, or no Chinese, or no Japanese boy. They'll run circle around us when it comes about this bread.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I got something to say, ladies. Hey, ladies, especially the black women. Hey, you can't do it alone. You need us. You need to go ahead, find you a guy.
Yeah.
Find the right guy, get married, start building, and maybe we can fight this inflation. That's to me that's simple, but hey, I don't know.
No, that's a good point because you got two different incomes coming in. So one income you can use to invest, one income to take care of the bills. Most of the time, most men make more money than women, but now women are literally capitalizing. Don't get me wrong. I see when women out here getting the bag now, it's just how they're using the bag is not wisely. But they get in the bag and they making most money than men. So men have to come up to that level too. So I agree with you, Jordan. Women can't do it alone. Because if they try to do it alone, a lot of women gonna be on the street. I'm telling you. It's happening.
Listen, it's funny that you say that. And Jordan, I just want to piggyback on both of y'all, you and Ronnie, what you said, which I said is real. When I mentioned the Indian boy, the Chinese boy, the Jewish boy, and mind you, there's so many different sectors that all these people have something that we don't have. They have a community, they have family, they have marriages, they have people stick together. I could barely call a nigga today to help me move a couch.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? An Indian boy, or mind you, I forgot the Hispanics, but the Hispanics are in another stratosphere, especially, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? When one of them come out here to try to do a project, there's a whole gang of them behind him. You know what I mean? Especially the Indian boy, the Chinese boy. People, seek information. We need to come back to the table and start talking about how we're going to stick together. There's power in unity, not in division. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many times we got to come here and say, this is the reason why blacks are doing so poorly in the state of inflation and in the state of the COVID. As much as us was dying out here because of COVID, man, there should be a hospital in every ghetto in America.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree with that. And it's just very concerning. It's very concerning, you know, just to see, you know, friends and family members that I know who doesn't know about inflation.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's like, you know, if you don't know, man, you know, the next 3 to 5 years can change real quick, yo, for you.
Yep.
Easy.
Yep.
Very easy.
When you used to pay rent, that paid you like $1,000. Now you paying rent that cost you. Now you got to pay $2,000.
$2,000. So what you think is going to happen now? The average black person in Miami, in Watts, in Compton, in Long Beach are getting pushed outside. They're sending you niggas to Bakersfield, to Fort Pierce, to Cocoa Beach, to Daphne, Alabama. I'm talking about stick towns, sundown towns where ain't no buses. You got to take an Uber back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And at California, they pushing you out of the states, not just because it's too expensive here. They're pushing out of the states. Like, luckily, you know, you got people are moving to either Phoenix, which is, you know, good, and then you got Las Vegas, Nevada, where they have no state taxes, which is good. But yeah, it's like, you know, if you're not doing it, you know, you can't live in the state. You gotta go to another state.
Basically.
See, the problem is in our community, we always been taught someone's gonna come and save us.
Oh Lord Jesus!
Until we get the whole point that no one's coming to save us, you gotta save yourself.
Basically,
that's the only way you're gonna beat inflation.
That pie in the sky, where they say work hard, work to death, and God will repay. They say work yourself to death, and God will pay you in heaven.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's to me. It's like when I hear at first, I was like, okay, and I'm like, no, I want it now. I want it on Earth. You know, I don't wait till heaven. I want it right now on Earth. If I gotta work my ass off, I'm gonna do it. Period.
Right. That's real, man.
You telling the truth, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I think
but
it's
that's,
this.
But that's the stuff we've been taught in our community. We've been taught that someone's gonna come and save us. It's either gonna be the white man, it's either gonna be the Democrats, it's either gonna be the Republicans, it's either gonna be the hospital. Someone's gonna come save us, and that's the problem we're having. So with inflation showing you that nobody's coming to save you. The same person that's right next to you is having trouble too.
No, I want these niggas to starve.
You know.
I want these niggas to stop. No, let me tell you why. Let me tell you something. Before 1950 and 60s, in Jim Crow, niggas was getting it. We had everything in a 6-block radius.
Yeah,
am I wrong, fellas? Talk about Durham, North Carolina. On Black Wall Street in Oklahoma. You had everything in a 6-mile radius. You gotta look on the internet and then take a bus or try to find somebody to do some stuff that you want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about get back to the point where we can take care of ourselves. Forget about crying about what somebody's gonna give you.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You know, you gotta do it yourself, or not to do it yourself. Find somebody who's gonna, find small investors who can invest in you. invest in you so you build what you need. You know, it's very, very important, man. You had to put yourself out there, and because go ahead, what you about to say?
No, go ahead, because I want to state something. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you have to put yourself out there, man, and you know, you got to take some risks. You know, you can't play it safe all the time. You know, you have to go out there. You know, are you gonna fail sometimes? Absolutely, but you learn from your failures. If you learn from your failures, you're gonna get better at it. And once you get better at it, something's gonna happen. It's gonna be start to turn to success. And I feel like people are so more, especially our Black community, we're so fearful to fail. It's like when we fail once, we can't do it again. You have to keep trying. You have to keep, if you don't succeed, try again. Eventually you'll succeed. You'll play right. You know how to do it. And then once you keep doing it, you're gonna build something. For sure.
Real talk.
Real talk ain't the word, brother. You're talking to realness. I say this, I'm just a little bit disappointed in some things. Because the thing about it is, brother, you said something, you got to find people to believe in you. Nobody gets successful by themselves. There's always somebody that's going to help. And for the Black community to be successful or to fight inflation, we need to stick together. You feel me?
Facts.
And the point is just the point of saying this, even trying to grow this company here, we need to stick together. And I'm wondering why people don't understand and see for what it's worth why sticking together is. A lot of y'all laugh at the Chinese, a lot of y'all laugh at the Hispanics, laugh at the Indian boy, or laugh at the Laotian, or or my brothers from the Ganges River. But these boys understand about community. Especially the Mexicans. Mexicans have 6-7 people in one crib, building their crib up, building their credit, getting trucks, starting landscaping companies. Why do you think you don't have too many? You see what I'm saying? In the Black side of things, just to give you a little story, my homeboy, me and him had a talk. Me and him used to drive trucks together. Mind you, he typically gave a scenario which let us know that a lot of us, that why the Black community is not going to move one iota. I love him. This is my homie. He said he wants to be the boss. I want to be the boss. I say, so you telling me nobody doesn't want to be an Indian? So everybody wants to be Jay-Z and not Memphis Bleak? How you see what I'm saying? Like there has to be one leader and somebody has to follow. And this just goes back to the thing. Sometimes we don't even want to take information from one another.
Facts.
And that's the worst thing you could do. It's not receive information. It's like you're being closed-minded but not open-minded. Like, I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40, 50. There's always something you can learn from something you do or for something that's older than you, same age, or somebody might be younger than you that you don't know. That's why when I listen, like I said, when I listen to you, Ronnie, and Akeem, my ears is always open because I'm trying to hear y'all to hear some of that. I probably don't even know about, and you probably teach me something that I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that, and I'm learning that and everything. And to me, it's like, people. I'm always a listener, so I can gain the knowledge that I need or something that I don't know and I need to know, and I can put it in my in my life and use it the right way as I possibly can. People don't want to hear anything no more. People don't want to listen. They think they know everything, and you don't.
No, 100%. And is this the same way? I constantly talk to Ron. He puts me up on stuff. I put him on. Listen, the other day you put me on some stuff I didn't even know with the whole vending machine stuff. I didn't even thought about that as a business. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's good. And this is the point where people need to become together like Voltron. And that's why I was like, people just need to go out there and just get this information, man. You got to stay safe out here, man, because it's getting hard out here. And it's so getting harder, and it breaks my heart to see people without a plan sleeping out on the street, and it's cold out here. It was 20 below, it was like 40 degrees the other day, and it's 6-7 people sleeping outside where I live at. And I'm in a residential neighborhood, bro. I'm in a residential neighborhood, and it's 2 to 3 people that's sleeping by the buildings by my house. I want to call the police on them because I'm saying, hey, you bringing the neighborhood down, but I'm feeling like, but these are my brothers. But listen here, should I feel any kind of way? Because if they was in Aventura or Coconut Grove, they would have been out less than 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You see what I'm saying? When do we start having a level of restriction about how we go about handling business?
That's true.
And I think that's the issue. We don't have a business mentality. We don't have a business mentality. We have a mentality of being only a consumer, but not the one that's going to provide the service and good. That's the problem.
You're right, but not only that, let's keep it 100. The Black community has no rules. We have no ethics.
Or structure.
No structure. Every group of people in America have ethics, morals, and rules that they abide by. There's an upper class, a middle class, and a bottom class. And there's 3 tiers. If you're trying to get up to this tier, to that 3rd tier, you have to follow an ethics. We have to have some sort of ethics, and we have to hold our brothers to that. We can hold our brothers to that ethics, not anybody outside of our race. Am I wrong?
Right. But with inflation, ain't gonna be no more middle class. Inflation is killing the middle class.
Oh, you saying that? It. Listen, killing it ain't the word. These niggas is out here on these streets. They pushing the buggies. I'm seeing people in cars now sleeping. And mind you, these are people with jobs now we're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? They're not enough. Listen, I grew up in Florida. The only homeless shelter I knew they had just recently built one was Camilla's house.
Yeah.
That's the first shelter I've ever known in Florida my whole life. Other than that, everybody slept on the street by Jackson Hospital or under the bridge. Or then when you go on South Beach, most of the homeless are out there sleeping on the beach.
Yep.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Here in LA, they sleep everywhere. Everywhere.
I see they got the tent. They like, but you know the Super Bowl is in your town, so I think they say they trying to get all those people out.
Nah, that's hard to do. I'm just like, I mean, like I said, we'll figure something out. It's gonna be cool. Well, the thing is, the homeless people, they're not in Beverly Hills or West Hollywood or Brentwood or Westwood, but like downtown Hollywood, East Hollywood, yeah, Santa Monica. On it, Venice, they're terrible at Venice. I only go to Venice. Since I've only been to Venice once here in LA. I've been here for 3 years. Venice is terrible right now with the homeless. It's terrible. It's very terrible.
I heard Seattle's like that now. I heard Seattle got bad, and it was never like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And New York, you already know New York.
Yeah, New York,
New York.
Yeah,
New York, yeah.
And they out there in the snow.
Yeah. It's also bad in I forgot to tell you, San Francisco is bad as well. San Francisco. Yeah.
So this is the point that we're trying to get people to understand. We're not trying to scare you. We're just trying to make you pay attention to reality. This is what happened when inflation is in the area. It's like a plague that just wipe out the city. That's what it does. And the only people that survive is only the people that understand the whole meaning on how money works. And right now, I'm not gonna lie, Hakeem and Jordan, we live in an age that there's so much good information out here. You got YouTube, you got Google, you got all these platforms, all these gurus. You got from the Warren Buffett, from legendary guys trying to give people the game, and yet people want to still be entertained of, okay, who's gonna be pregnant next? We don't care.
Yeah. For sure.
1 hour a day or 30 minutes a day, watch a video. Let me listen to a lecture about, okay, how can I combat inflation? We don't want to do it, but we'll watch gospel all day.
True.
we really effed up. I don't even want to curse, but our community is really effed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Sometimes, you know, it's a hard statement to say. Sometimes I realize it's like we kind of destined to be slaves.
Mm-hmm. I think we never stopped being slaves.
I definitely agree. We want to pander the government to send us money or send us child support, send us some assistance. We need help. And my thing is, it's like somebody talked about this. I don't know. Somebody talked about this. I forgot who. It's talk about, but this is especially for our women. It's like, especially for our Black women. It's like, no, Kevin Samuels said this, and he said this perfectly. He said he talked to somebody, right? He talks about how, you know, women, how they're so independent, how they're more, you know, focused on their careers, and talk about kind of being slaves of their careers and fear. It's like you're fearing the Black man, but you're working on a career of a company that really don't care about you. They only care about what you can do for them. But you fear the Black guy, which don't make no sense, because the Black man cares about you more than the company does. The company only cares about what you can do for them. If you can't do anything, you're fired.
Yeah.
Period. I don't get that. I really don't get that. It's like,
but at the same time, Joe, I don't kind of blame the Black woman at the same time, because look at the man out here. The man out here is weak. Everybody stay home and play video games. Just get your ass up and go to work.
Why you think so?
If you, me, and our king can have 2 to 3 jobs, we out here busting our ass off. What made the next man to be home all day to be in his underwear and play a video game and watch Netflix all day?
100%. You know,
we gotta call him out.
We do gotta call him out.
We gotta call him out. We gotta call him out hard. It's like, yo, what? I'm gonna cuss. What the fuck is you doing, yo? You're not gonna go nowhere the next 10 or 15 years. You're gonna be broke. You're gonna be broke to your 40s and 50s, yo. And we don't want to see you. We have to come in hard on them. I don't know. We gotta slap them. I'm not slapping on their head, but you know, we got to go at them hard. It's like, yo, this is not the right way to do it. Because you focus on the now, you're not focusing on your future. Period, man. You have to look around your surroundings. What is going on? You can't, you have to know what's going on to better yourself in the future in life. If you don't, you're going to be behind or you're going to be homeless.
Ooh, preach, brother.
Period.
Preach.
All right, let me calm down. Go ahead.
Preach, brother. No, preach,
no, go ahead. You go in all day.
Hey, just like how the Muslim boys go, preach, Muhammad.
No, but it's for real though. He's speaking facts.
Yeah. Any brother that I see that's here in LA, I talk to him. I said, what's up? We might have a little bit like a 30, 40, 45-minute conversations. What he's doing, what I'm doing, it's whatever, man. Any Black folks I see, especially our Black men, I'll talk and say what's up. I don't look at them and then turn this way or don't say anything. I engage, and I definitely engage with them, period.
No. Hey, I do the same thing too. You know what I'm saying? And we got to call them out. And this is why I say you got a great point, and Ronnie has a great point too. We cannot blame the Black woman for leaving some of these brothers alone, because there's not a lot of good brothers out here who's willing to take up the mantle to make sure their woman is okay. You feel me? And you know what I mean? And the thing about it is, a lot of us, in a sense, and mind you, the women have this issue too. And ladies, this is just true. We got to start holding some of these people accountable for some of their actions. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We here are gonna hold Black men accountable for not handling their business the way they're supposed to. Because the thing about it is, me, for the school of thought, I do think a Black man who has a Black woman, because God made her especially for you, you need to support her dreams. You need to be able to pull your weight and make sure she is taken care of. You know what I mean? And mind you, this is not being sexist or anything like that. I feel like Precious made for shoulders, not hips. So there's a lot of stuff we need to take on and allowing your woman to fill her role in. I'm not saying she can't come and fill other roles. When are men going to be men again, and when are women going to be women? You feel me?
Yeah.
Woman will be woman again when man understand his potential and really go out here and get this bag. Until he understands that, then women gonna stay in that role where they are right now, which is that masculine role, like manly type, because they feel they have to do that because the man's not stepping up.
Mm-hmm. And also,
it doesn't make any sense. So you see one with 3 jobs. Go ahead.
And also make sure you're picking the right man, the man that you need, not the man that you think you need, you think you want, but he's not the right person for you. You think he is, but he's not. Making sure she's picked the right guy that both benefits each other.
No, 100%. 100%. But let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do the brothers can sit here and innately look and see when they see a good woman and acknowledging her? You know what I mean? Because I want to give a shout out to a lot of the ladies out there, the ones who are hard workers who get it. But there's one particular I want to give a shout out to. I know a young lady who works 2 jobs, who grinds, go to school, don't ask nobody for nothing. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? You sit back and I'm looking and I'm watching like, here's where a man like me supposed to come into the play, be like, hey, what can I do to make her life a little bit better since she already trying to follow her purpose? Because if she's following in this, Lord knows what it would be like if she's in a stable relationship where if you can take off some of that stress, maybe her other focus could be on you. A lot of women can't focus on being in a relationship when they got too much worldly things going on. I'm preaching tonight, baby.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
I'm preaching tonight, baby. I'm taking y'all to church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm waiting on the Bible verse.
Yeah.
Hey.
And I can say this, the more, and to the men, the more you are consistent of what you do and what you do in your relationships, the more she will be comfortable for you of potentially of being a wife.
Facts.
If you show, because like me and my wife talked about this, you know.
Talk.
Even when I lived here, lived in Miami, we always been consistent of paying bills, rent, food, you know, all of that, you know. And I told my wife that it's like, you know, like I said, I told my wife it's like every time I've been with you, I always been consistent of, you know, this paying bills, taking trips, do what we need to do. And I never ever further than that. And my wife, she never said, "Oh, you know what, baby, I never thought about it like that." Because I know that to keep a woman, you have to be consistent of what you do. You always.
You do.
And if like I said, you might have a hard time. That's fine, but as long as you communicate with that, you know, and not try to hide that, she'll be okay with it because you know that you've been consistent with what you do. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish with you because I'm gonna get them
games. And when you fall, you know, which you might do, it happens. You know, you might fail at some things. She's gonna have your back because she see that if you was consistent, you were been so consistent. It's like, and you see something that you failed at or something. Let's say you lose your job or something, right? Mm-hmm. And you've been working somewhere for 7 or 8 years. You know, she's not gonna leave you because you've been consistent of doing what you're doing. She's gonna say, "Hey, babe, okay, I got you. You know, anything you need from me, let me know." You know. And then once you get a job, just build yourself back up. You know, it's time to build yourself back up. Your girlfriend, your wife, gonna know. Okay, it's gonna take my time for my husband or boyfriend to build back up. But eventually, you're gonna be okay because you have your partner, your wife, your husband. You know, she always gonna have your back. You know, just gotta be consistent. If she see consistency, she's not gonna leave you.
And I can piggyback off what you said and say, if a woman can see ambition, she's not going to leave.
Thanks.
If you know, just to piggyback on what you said, if you getting up every morning and she see you going out there trying to get a job, you taking a course, you doing this, or you putting up your money together, Most women would deal with that instead of dealing with an asshole. Sometimes willing to try hard enough sets a precedent amongst some women to be like, this guy really is going out here doing what he's supposed to do. Okay.
Talk it.
You know what I mean? Let me see. I could probably go ahead in here and give him a couple years. You know what I'm trying to say? I could probably come in.
Y'all pretty much describing manhood. Yep. That's
it. You know what I'm saying? But we, you, Jordan, and everybody knows here, we do know that a lot of our brothers and sisters here are not following their purpose, are not understanding what's going on. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Look at the state we're now. Listen, there's so many single women and single men all over the United States that are African American that should not be alone. You know how many businesses, how many apartment buildings, how many mechanics would not be able to make money off if we would just come to a common ground, follow our purpose, and just come together?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Single people create industries. Think about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Powerful,
yeah.
So, you know, just people, I hope y'all just on page with us and just, you know, me brothers and sisters, man. We just need to get it together, man. Don't be scared to ask for information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. And that's the thing people got to understand. But you guys gave out some great game. And I hope people really listening to that last segment y'all just said. That was like fire game. To go far in life and to go far with women. Because that's exactly what woman is looking for in a man.
Yeah, no, facts.
And that's why it's always start with yourself. That's why you got to be consistent with yourself. And that's the only way where you beat the rate of inflation. Even though the inflation goes up, when you constantly consistent, you constantly say, okay, I'm going to put myself on a budget. I'm going to make sure I do money management. I'm going to make sure I check my account every day. Make sure I'm allocating all my money where it got to go. And then keep going higher and higher and higher. Remember, baby stuff. One day at a time. You know, let me put $50 in cryptocurrency. Let me put $50 in stocks. Let me put $50 in land. Let me put $50 in gold. You got to start off small. Mm-hmm. Most of these gurus start off small.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett, he started his paper round when he was dealing in a recession.
Yeah. Right, Ronnie. It's all about baby steps.
Baby steps. Don't be like the superhero. Nobody. It's no race, bro. It's just you and yourself. You ain't racing to be, you know, the next Robert Kiyosaki. You racing to be the next you. Real talk.
Preach.
Real talk, man. So I don't know. Any final thoughts, guys, before we close out for this powerful podcast tonight?
Yeah. My final thought is anybody who's listening out there, I want to thank the 4 viewers who are watching, or 5 viewers who are watching. It makes me appreciate. I love that I have 5 instead of 5. Do y'all 5 mean more to me than 5,000? Mm-hmm. One thing I want to tell y'all is seek information. Seek information and just start something in life. Don't waste time. Just start something. Don't put too much thought in it.
Mm-hmm. My final thought is with this inflation, learn your surroundings. Learn what's going on in your city. Learn what's going on in your state. Learn what's going on in your in this country. Learn what's going on in the world. Because if you know these things, learn these things and know these things, especially with these inflations, you know what to do to build something in the next 3, 4, 5, 10 years. So you don't have to worry about it. Those are my final thoughts.
Yo, that was a good gem. Yeah.
That was. And this one here, this is actually a historical fact. during the Great Depression, mind you, white folks were suffering, not black folks. And that's a historical fact. During the Great Depression, white folks and other ethnic groups were suffering, not black folks. Because you know why? They had group economics. If we could all come together, even if we all put 50, 40, 30, put our money together and say, hey, yo, let's go buy some land, let's go buy some gold. And we thinking of the long haul, the long picture, we could win.
Preach, Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
And that's real. And I want people to understand that's the only way we can get through this inflation together. That being said, KI Culture Radio, this your boy Ronnie Ron, Prince Hakeem, and Jordan Era.
We out.
We out.
Catch the live stream when it's over. Yazoo. Adieu, kid.